Hey everyone, this is Keith Morrison with Gulf Coast Freediving. I just wanted to go over some highlights on a fun fishing trip that I went on with a couple of friends. We're diving out of Pensacola, Florida, and going on my buddy's boat. He's got a nice contender. The mission for this day is just to go see if we can find some mangrove snapper and maybe a red snapper too. We're really looking for a couple of big giant mangrove snapper. We're in a tournament, so if me and Chad can get one, we're in good news. But hey man, freediving, as my good buddy Chad will always say, freediving is not an individual sport. It's a team sport, spearfishing especially. So whenever you're out there, dive safe, dive with a buddy, try to dive with someone better than you. That's why I dive with Chad, because I always try to compete and hang with him, and it's continuously made me a better and safer diver. So without any more hesitation, let's check this out, guys. So on this particular day, one of the things that we had to deal with was a really strong current. And me and my dive buddy, Chad, we actually have a really good understanding of how to work together in this current. But what we had to do was a little different. So we had the boat driver drive us a little bit up current from the spot. Now the whole time we were on the boat, we were sitting there being very relaxed and trying to catch our breath and prepare for this dive, because we're diving in about 70 foot of water and we want to make sure that we're relaxed and calm so that we can dive better and longer. And I hop in and I take a nice deep breath and go. And I see a school of red snapper. Starting to line up on one, and I make a nice shot and connect with the fish. Now he ran off. I thought it was a big one, so I gave him a little slack at first to let him run, and then I realized it was a decent fish, but not a giant. So I start pulling him up and just trying to pull the fish into me as fast as I can. A lot of times I'll actually swim up to the fish while on a water seal and grab it and secure it. But in this case, I just pulled him up, hit the surface. My buddy's there for safety. Baby.
You sure that's it for?
They look bigger through the murk. The boat's close by too. These guys are pros, man. They're just there to support us because we're diving and it's a team effort. And I've got this nice red snapper here. I am just trying to avoid the sharp gill plates and the spines on the fish. And now I'm just taking my dive knife and dispatching the fish, essentially. I'm cutting the gills open, it'll bleed out, and it will dispatch the fish a little bit more quickly, so it's a little bit more humane. And then the meat is also preserved a little bit better by getting all that warm blood out of there a little bit. While the meat is the most fresh and at its best, we want to do our best to take care of it. Here's my buddy Lewis. This guy has one heck of a story, man. This guy's a walking miracle himself.
I was gonna say grab his eyeballs. Chad already in the boat? Okay.
Chad's already on the boat. He knew that I was safe and on the surface. He helped me out. He got up there and immediately started breathing up. This is the next spot. We're still looking for that mangrove snapper. So we're doing a buddy dive right here. So we're actually escorting one another. And the way that we do that buddy dive is essentially we kind of watch one another out of the corner of our eye and kind of communicate non-verbally. But Chad saw me going all the way down to the bottom. So he went ahead and swam back up to the surface to be there for safety because he knows that I'm targeting this fish now. Come in there, I see a ton of fish all around. Lots and lots of activity here. But look at this big, big, beautiful mangrove snapper right here. Kind of got herself tucked into a corner. Was fighting too hard. I had a nice long dive, so I just said, hey, I'm gonna get to the surface, do a recovery dive, and make a second dive if I have to get that fish. There's Chad, a few feet away from me, about 20 foot. That's too far, but you can't see each other, so we have to be mindful. A few minutes later, I've got my breath, and now I'm doing a pull down, or a free immersion, if you will, to my shaft, which has the fish on it. Boom, I just get my hand right in there where the shaft went through, and I pull it out. And actually, my shaft ended up staying down there on the bottom, but I was able to recover it pretty easily the next dive. That was a long dive and a recovery dive, and as a diver, I know I'm mentally thinking to myself, I'm ready to breathe, I'm running low on air, and there's nothing better in the world than coming up to the surface and seeing your safety buddy right there, watching you, paying attention to you, making sure that you're good and recovered. That's my man. He's an instructor as well. He's a phenomenal freediving instructor, spearfisherman. He does everything. It's funny, we're actually competing against each other in this same tournament, but yet we're still diving with each other. And even though my buddy's got a fish on the leaderboard already, and mine could potentially beat his, it's a team sport.
Come on, I'm gonna grab his eyeballs. Chad's got it. Yeah, he's helping recover my shaft. As soon as you see Chad pop up, can you get me to him? My shaft is tangled up in the coop.
I'm gonna pass him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get any closer.
Yeah, you're good. Dog. Thank you.
Look at these beautiful interceptors. That's the type of spear gun that we use. There goes Chad loading one. He's actually loading mine. I was hanging on to his for a few minutes and we just swapped back over. Now I'm heading back down to see if I can find something else. Here I am, it's about 70 foot deep again, and I'm just swimming up around the structure, checking to see if there's another big mangrove around. Look at that, you see triggerfish, lionfish, angelfish, and lots of mangrove snapper and some small red snapper around as well. These spots we call them chicken coops because that's quite literally what a lot of them are, is our old chicken coops. I went down, saw the spot, and gave them the hand signal. That means it's time to go to the next spot. It's not worth diving here again. This is Captain Keith Morrison, and if you're around the panhandle of Florida, you should probably give me a call. Why? If you want to do anything that has to do with water sports, fishing, snorkeling, dolphin cruises, sunset cruises, or just a beach day, I've got you covered. I've got boat rentals, fishing equipment rentals, kayak rentals. I offer freediving, spearfishing, and charter fishing as well. So right now, if you go on to Boat Setter, you can actually even rent my 2023 Mako skiff. It's a great boat. It's a 17-foot skiff, very easy to maneuver and get around on. It's great for you and your family. Comfortably fits up to 4, but you can fit up to 6 people on it. It's a lot of fun. So please reach out to me on social media or online. I check everything. So see you when I see you.